Just one day after trading Caleb Martin to the Dallas Mavericks, Daryl Morey and the 76ers have now traded KJ Martin to the Detroit Pistons. So 2 trades in 2 days for the Sixers just ahead of Thursday's NBA trade deadline. Going to break down the Sixers, the details of this move, why they made this move, because didn't get a player back in return in this deal. And some forward thinking, maybe some buyout candidates could be on the horizon for Philadelphia. This is why you subscribe to the channel. When the Sixers make a move, we got you covered with a video. I had one yesterday for the Caleb Martin trade. Now KJ Martin on the way out, and so you know we got to keep you informed. We're under 100 subs away from 21K on the channel, so if you have not yet subscribed, hit that sub button and join the family over here at 76ers Now. So the trade, as I mentioned, the Sixers did not actually get a player back in this deal. They're sending out KJ Martin and 2 second-round picks, a 2027 Milwaukee second and a 2031 Dallas second. That's one of the ones they actually just got in the Caleb Martin to Dallas deal. In exchange, they're just getting some salary cap relief. This move does put Philly below the luxury tax, so just really a cost-cutting move for the 76ers. That was part of why they traded away Caleb Martin, because Quentin Grimes, who they got in exchange for Caleb Martin, on a lower salary than Martin was. And now KJ Martin, his salary is off the books, giving the Sixers a little more flexibility as they move forward here, really in the buyout market. Now, KJ Martin, trading him away earlier in the season, I thought after a slow start, he really did start to pick things up in the month of December, using his athleticism, stretching out to the three-point line a little bit more than he showed in previous seasons. And, when Daryl Morey gave him that 2-year deal, the expectation was he was going to be traded at this deadline. So him being shipped off is not really a surprise. But the fact that they weren't able to use that money in a deal to get a player, I think is a little bit disappointing, because he did start to show some flashes and start to show some positive trends before he was injured. I think that might have hurt his trade value a little bit as well, because he wasn't able to build off what was a few good weeks. And, potentially if the Sixers were in a spot where they could be more buyers than sort of selling that they are right now, maybe you would have been able to use that salary in a move. But now just sending him off, you get salary relief, and it is what it is. It's interesting because you could have potentially just cut him in the offseason. So why would you just trade him for nothing now when you could have just cut him and not had to give up 2 second-round picks? Well, that's because the Sixers might be getting active in the buyout market here. Keith Pompey reporting that this type of move does open up some flexibility for the Sixers to pursue a player in the buyout market. And there's a few players in that buyout market that I think could make some sense for the 76ers, and we're going to get to them here in just a moment. But before we do, I'm going to tell you guys about our sponsor over at Game Time. Game Time gets you the best seats at the lowest price guaranteed. Prices drop as the event gets closer. If you're looking to go in New Orleans for the big game, Super Bowl 59 here down in New Orleans, you want to get tickets, do it on the Game Time app. And if you download the Game Time app and use the promo code CHATSPORTS, that's CHATSPORTS, you get $20 off on your first purchase. Terms do apply. What I love about the Game Time app, you can see the view from your seat, so you know exactly what you'll be seeing when you arrive. No confusion about, oh no, I get to the stadium and there's a pole in my way, or this view isn't what I thought it was going to be. You know what you're getting. You can access tickets from your phone and easily resell your tickets as well. What I love about Game Time also, last-minute tickets and flash deals, views from the seats, lowest price guaranteed, and Game Time Picks, a great new feature that filters out the fluff so you don't have to go searching through hundreds and hundreds of tickets to find the best seat. Game Time Picks shows you the best seats at the best prices. So be sure, download the Game Time app. Use that code CHATSPORTS, that's CHATSPORTS, for $20 off your first purchase. Again, terms do apply. What time is it? It is game time. So let's get to these bio candidates here for the 76ers. There's really 3 guys I have in mind that I think could make sense for Philadelphia, and one that would make this trade make a whole lot more sense for the 76ers, and that is Lonzo Ball. Now, the Chicago Bulls have been reported they're trying to move off Lonzo Ball's contract, try to find a trade partner for him, even attaching picks to Lonzo Ball to get off that deal, but they have yet to be able to do so far this season. They were able to trade off Zach LaVine. Doesn't sound like they're going to be able to trade Nikola Vucevic either. So if Lonzo Ball does hit the buyout market, which is expected if they cannot trade him by Thursday's deadline, that would make a lot of sense for why Daryl Morey made this cost-cutting move, because the Sixers would be able to sign Lonzo Ball in the buyout market. A lot of teams that are capped at the first or second apron are not able to sign Lonzo Ball if he were to be bought out because of how much money he was previously making on his contract this season. But because the Sixers now dip under that first apron and dip under that luxury tax with these trades, they'd be able to bring him in. And look, if you are able to bring in Lonzo Ball, you can kind of look at this move of trading KJ Martin as a trade almost, trading KJ Martin and the picks, not just for salary, but trading for Lonzo Ball. And in my opinion, if you were to make a trade, trading KJ Martin, 2 picks for Lonzo Ball, that'd be a tremendous deal. He can kind of be that secondary ball handler you really, really need in this offense next to Tyrese Maxey. Take some of that pressure off of him. Ever since Jared McCain went down and Paul George in and out of the lineup, the ball's always in his hands. Now, Joel Embiid did return last night, so that's good. But, man, Lonzo Ball defensively in that backcourt next to Maxey would be tremendous. Now, probably the second most notable player in the buyout market, not sure I would want to go this route. I don't really think the Sixers would ever go this route. But, look, Ben Simmons is a buyout candidate, and he is a player that, look, obviously we know what happened here in Philadelphia. We know how things went, and that's why I don't think it would ever really be a realistic option for the Sixers. But his profile and the way he plays the game, what he brings to the table, does kind of make sense for a contending team and where the Sixers are right now. If you want to put what happened behind you, say it's all water under the bridge, we'll move forward, you could. One of the reasons Simmons has gotten so much flack over the past few years, obviously the injuries, he's had a hard time staying healthy even this season, but it's the money he's getting paid, right? So if you get him in the buyout market, well, you're not really worried about overpaying him $40 million because you sign him to a minimum deal, whatever it is, and then you have him on the roster. Again, a secondary ball handler. I think the Sixers still need more guys that can initiate offense and create offense for others, which obviously Simmons can do. We know his struggles shooting at the free throw line. That is what it is. But what he brings defensively as well, similar to what I said to Lonzo Ball, it's why I think these two guys make sense. Because the Sixers could use another point of attack defender. And we know Simmons, if he does anything well, it is play defense. And then Bojan Bogdanovic has not played this season, been dealing with a ton of injuries this year. But look, we know what he can bring. We know what he's done in the past. Almost a 40% three-point shooter. He's not going to really play very much, if any, defense at all. He'll just sit out at that three-point line. He'll hit, hopefully, 40% of his threes. So if you miss out on Lonzo Ball in the buyout market and, you have an open roster spot now and the money to bring someone in, then I guess you could go get Bogdanovic, although I think he might be cooked. He might be washed. So KJ Martin shipped off to Detroit with 2 second-round picks, for salary cap relief. Hopefully, the Sixers are able to get someone in the buyout market to make this deal make sense. Of course, the trade deadline is tomorrow, Thursday, February 6th. So if the Sixers make any more moves before then, we got you covered here on the channel. So be sure to hit that sub button.